So be prepared for me trying to tackle 4 episodes at once because I was just too lazy to do them at their proper time. Let's get into it. Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. So for those of you that have been following my Outlander playlist where I review the episodes of this 3rd season, welcome to the last installment of that playlist, and I'm so very sorry that I haven't been reviewing the episodes as they come out, but sadly I had some schedules of videos to upload that I really had to upload in their... Wow, my hair is great today. But as I was saying, I had to upload some videos in between and it had to be in those weeks. Some readathons participating, some wrap-ups or some hauls or something like that. So I couldn't really talk about the 4 last episodes of the series, which is kind of good because right now I can just fold them all together and just give you my general opinion on the ending of the series. And my general opinion, although I enjoy the series because obviously I read the books, I love the books, I like the characters, I don't really think that it was as strong and impactful as the 1st or 2nd season finale were. And obviously this is a change of pace, this is different because from the 1st and 2nd season it actually ends sorry, I still can't talk really well. But as I was saying, for the 1st and 2nd season it actually ends in some kind of cliffhanger, sort of we have a problem that we have to solve for the next season kind of thing. And in the end of this season, for those of you that read the books or watched the series, if you haven't, spoiler alert for everything, we just end up with them in the shores of America. And all of their crew is alive and everything is well. Because fuck logic, that's why. So this obviously doesn't mean that I didn't like the final episodes, because as I said previously, I do enjoy the series and I do like the characters and the actors and the way they are played. But I have to say that in this 4 episodes, something that I actually noticed, and maybe that actually helped me not wanting to film as much, is that all of the things that happened looked like some cliche sort of romantic stuff that always happen in books and would never happen in real life. At least with me, because I am an unlucky bastard. So I find it hard to believe that those things would actually happen. Mainly, let's just start to talk about those things. And please don't get me the wrong way, because I do love this series, and I will proceed to watch the 4th season, and I will continue reading the books until the end. But I just have to call it as it is. And I will just proceed to make a list of things that would probably never happen and that make Jamie and Claire the 2 most lucky bastards on freaking Earth in these 4 episodes. So stay tuned with me for that. So if we start from episode 10 and then go until 13, well, what we have is they are separated again, which it's a bummer because it always happens to them, like poor them, like I sincerely feel for them because they are always separated and that's not really nice. But what happens here is that you have Claire treating the sick and then she discovers, because yes, that the captain of the ship that she is in knows that Jamie kind of is a traitor to the British, so he's going to hang him when the journey ends in Jamaica. And she's like, hell to the no, and she tries to escape, but she obviously can't escape in the first try because that will be just too easy compared with other stuff that happened. So she just has to escape in the middle of the night with the help of a German woman, going just through the sea, and it's just such a luck that she ends up in the place that she ends up, where she actually has someone that speaks English to help her recover. And that's the first lucky thing. Like, if it was me, I would probably end up in a freaking island in the middle of nowhere with no colony whatsoever, and nobody that knew how to speak any type of language that I knew how to speak. But that's just me being ranty. So let's just go into straight for that shit. I do enjoy the priest. I did enjoy the fact that he talked with Coco. I think Coco was the best character in this series. I'm kidding, obviously. But the Coco arc and the priest arc was really funny, and the way that Fergus and I can't remember her name, but the blonde girl that thinks she's always right, Mary, and it's pretty the way that Jamie gives Fergus his name because he's part of the family and it will always be, and it's really cool. I really loved watching it. And yeah, Marcelly. Yeah, I remembered Marcelly. It's just I'm sorry, when I'm kind of sick, my brain goes so I can't really remember a lot of things, but I thought that was really pretty. That was a really cool arc. The only thing that I didn't like was the freaking fact that Jamie's ship had to have a problem and go to the same freaking island place, etc., where Claire was. I mean, how fucking lucky can you be that your freaking husband and all of the people that you know and that know you just happen to go ashore in the same island where you almost, drowned and died and whatever, where you are stuck. How lucky do you have to be for that to happen? Like, excuse me while I just go there and hit my head on the wall. But that aside, obviously the rest of the things in that island and in that place were really cool. I really like the way that Heaton Show actually ate the goat and then he apologized with the chicken because they are very similar things. And obviously Father something, I can't remember his name, was very pleased and he decided to do the wedding, and it was really funny. I think it was a funny episode, and sometimes that lacks in Outlander because it's really dramatic and obviously it has to be for drama purposes, but I like when they are trying to do this comedy things because I think that they are really on point with comedy and I really enjoy watching it. So that episode was fine. But then they start sailing to Jamaica and she's like, well, this captain is there and he wants to capture you and to hang you and to kill you and everything like that. And Jamie goes like, well, we have to find Ian, so that's that. And I felt like the entire of the episode was like, well, I know that this can happen, but we have to find Ian, so let's not worry ourselves with what can happen. And obviously, I love Ian, and I want them to find Ian because he's one of my favorite characters, and he's going to play a cool role in the next season if they do it properly. But you can't just go like, oh, well, we're going to fix everything that comes, we just have to find Ian. You have to think that you can be hanged and killed and other unpleasantries, and you can't just say, well, but we have to find Ian. You have to say, okay, we have to find Ian, but we should have a plan, which is something that they never have. And stuff just goes right for them. I think I'm the one living wrong in here, because I always try and have a plan for stuff, and then shit gets in the way. So I think that they are the ones that know how to live, because they never have a plan for anything, and stuff just goes well. So that's that. But yeah, so they go to Jamaica, and I have to say that seeing Lord John being the governor was really amazing. Like, I knew that was going to happen, but I love how they exchanged glances, how Claire just looked at him like, dude, it's my husband, get away. And she was really jealous, and you could see that, and how he looked at her and analyzed her and was like, but weren't you dead? Because, like, I want him for myself, what are you doing? And the glances that he and Jamie just throw to each other were just so cool, and I think I have a new ship. I'm sorry, but that friendship is just so freaking beautiful, and you cannot forget that Lord John really has this gigantic crush on Jamie, and it is funny at the same time, but it's beautiful in other ways, because he's just so respectful, and he wants to see him do well and be well. And when at episode, I think 13, he goes against the captain, because the captain obviously ends up getting Jamie, because everyone ends up getting Jamie for some reason, and he goes to the government and he's like, do you have any proof of what you're saying? Because if you don't, this man goes free and I don't want to hear anything else about it. And he was so sexy and authoritarian. I loved it, and I think Jamie owes him big one, because he could have just been like, oh yeah, I'm a subject to the crown, and yeah, this is kind of complicated, you should take him. But no, he really stood his ground for his friend, and he was like, I don't believe in you without proof. So if you're saying he killed someone, you better bring me proof, you better bring me a declaration of something, and if you don't, he's free, bro, because I'm the ruler of Jamaica. And that was so cool. I have to say that Lord John is a really cool character, and I love the actor that they pick. At first I was like, he's pretty, but I don't know. And then I was just like, yeah, that's him. I can agree with that. But obviously I reached that conclusion at the end. Well, not at the end, in the middle of the series, and not at the end. That was what I was going for. So I already knew that I loved him and that part would be awesome. I like Galis, I have to say, because that actress, my god, she can be the most basic bitch and at the same time so perfect at her job. Like, she can do multiple faces, she can pass through multiple humor states, and she's just amazing and really beautiful. And the fact that they try and grow her a little bit old than she used to be, well, obviously the almost white hair did not work at all, but she's still so pretty, and she owns the stage when she just goes there and she does her performance. She's just great. I love her, and I'm really sad that she had to die, but she had to die because she was going to go and kill Brianna, and obviously Claire and Jamie, despite all of their faults, they are still good people that care about their daughter. So obviously they could never let her kill Brianna, even if that meant that the new Scottish king will rise. Which we never know if it will, because we never know if that's who the prophecy was referring to, or if there was another time traveler baby. And actually I'm in the 5th book right now, and I don't even know if that was the main prophecy thingy, but I know there can be complications to that prophecy. So read the books or watch the next season and you can understand what I'm telling you. But yeah, that was my main point. Obviously, I think that there were things that should be more deep in character. For instance, the ending of the 13th episode was just, for me, it was just, oh, finish it already. Because obviously they were having relations. Again, that's normal. They are married, they're a couple, they love each other. Cool. But I was just like, okay, we get it, and we had this for most of the season, and I know that you want to do this, and I would probably want to do that in your place, but can we just go to the freaking shipwreck? Please, I just want to know how you get to Georgia, because I know that you're going to get to Georgia, just get on with it. And I was so freaking frustrated. And yes, finally the shipwreck came, and it was so fucking stupid, because Claire was down there with everybody trying to be safe, and she was like, well, I'm the fucking surgeon of this book. Well, series. Well, ship. Whatever, I got lost in this rant. But she's like, I'm a fucking surgeon, so you stay down here and I'm going up there. To do what exactly? Like, you figure out that this dude had this broken leg or arm or whatever, and you went like, oh, it is broken, you have to take him down there. And then what do? You go overboard, and Jamie has to go save you. Like, if you just stood down there, you would survive as everybody else, and he would survive too, because he would stay inside of the ship as well, and you would probably just go to the same place, and he wouldn't need to dive into freezing water to save you. That was just a scene that we didn't need. It was just a romantic-ish thing that we didn't need, although I like the fact that there was a parallel between when Jamie wakes up in the Culloden battle and when she's slowly drowning in the middle of the ocean, that they are both feeling dead, but they're not dead. I think it was unnecessary, because I just oh my god. But yeah, and the way that he thinks she's dead because she hasn't been breathing or coughing or anything for the last day, maybe, because they were in the middle of the sea and then they went to a shore. And he's like, oh my god, she's dead. And she starts coughing. She was probably dead. She's a zombie. Kill her. Like, please. I'm kidding, but obviously, as you can see, I was kind of pleased with the series, but very displeased with this ending, because it was just so, like, Deus Ex Machina, and everything is solved, and fuck that, and we're in Georgia, and everything's fine. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what they will do with the 4th book, because I really enjoy the 4th book. I think there are new characters and new developments that you guys are going to enjoy seeing if you haven't read the book. But yeah, I can't wait for that, and I hope that they don't ruin that freaking book, because if they do, I will give up on the series so fast and just read the books, because there's a limit for how much romancy I can take. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's 13 episodes, was cool, and if it wasn't for that ending, I probably wouldn't be ranting so much. But I want you guys to tell me what you thought about the entire series. If you read the book, compare it to the book, please, and tell me what you thought. I would also like, if you have any predictions for season 4 and you haven't read the book, just tell me down below. Just comment something about Outlander if you want, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and even if you don't have the same opinion as me, I would like to know it, because obviously I like to discuss these things, and obviously I still love Outlander very much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, happy readings to you all. Bye!